I didn't wake up that day thinking I was about to make a bad financial decision. I woke up tired, like adult tired. The kind of tired where your alarm goes off and your first thought isn't motivation, it's survival. The kind of tired where life already feels expensive before you even brush your teeth. My car had been acting funny for weeks. Actually, months. The check engine light was basically part of the dashboard at this point. The AC worked when it felt like it. And every time I turned the key, I had this little silent prayer like, please, just one more day. I wasn't dreaming about a new car. I wasn't fantasizing about upgrades. I just wanted peace. So after work, still in my work clothes, I pulled into a dealership parking lot just to look. You already know how that goes. I told myself I was just browsing, no pressure, no commitment. And almost immediately, someone walked up to me, smiling, relaxed, friendly, not pushy, just warm. They asked how my day was, what I did for work, if I lived nearby. And then came the question that changed everything. So, what kind of monthly payment are you comfortable with? At the time, it sounded reasonable, helpful even. I thought for a second and said, I don't know, maybe around $400? That number felt responsible. It felt safe. It felt like something I could stretch if I really had to, and from that moment on, the conversation stopped being about the car and became entirely about the payment. They showed me a car that was nicer than I planned, newer than I expected, smelled amazing. I took it for a test drive, and something shifted. The road was smooth, the steering felt light. The music sounded incredible for absolutely no reason. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel stressed. I imagined myself driving to work without anxiety, running errands without fear, not worrying about breaking down on the highway. Then we sat down at the desk. Papers everywhere, numbers everywhere. Words like coverage, protection, warranty. They kept saying things like, this barely changes the payment. Most people do this. You'll thank yourself later. And honestly, I was tired. I didn't want to feel stupid. I didn't want to slow the process down. I didn't want to ask too many questions and look like I didn't know what I was doing. So I nodded. I signed. I drove off the lot feeling proud of myself. I thought I had made a smart adult decision. That feeling lasted maybe a few weeks. Then the payment hit. Then the insurance hit. Then the gas hit. Then life hit. Groceries went up. Rent went up. Everything went up except my paycheck. I remember sitting at my kitchen table one night, bills spread out, staring at my bank account thinking, how did I end up here? I wasn't reckless. I didn't buy a luxury car. I didn't do anything wild. I just fell into a trap that millions of everyday people fall into. I'm Rose, a certified public accountant, and I've spent years learning how money actually works in real life. And today I want to explain the car loan trap, not from a place of judgment, but from experience. Because this trap doesn't catch irresponsible people. It catches normal people. People who are busy, people who are tired, people who just want one part of their life to be easier. The biggest trap starts with focusing on the monthly payment. When a dealership asks what payment you're comfortable with, that's not for your benefit. That's how they control the deal. They can stretch the loan, increase the interest, add extras, all to make the payment fit your number. But here's what no one explains clearly. A lower monthly payment almost always means a higher total cost. You might feel comfortable today, but future, you is the one paying the price. Long loan terms are another trap. 72 months, 84 months. That's 6, 7, sometimes 8 years. That's a long commitment for something that loses value every single year. Here's a reality check. If you still owe money on a car that's already worn down, you're stuck. That's how people end up upside down, owing more than the car is worth, unable to sell, unable to trade in, feeling trapped. Another trap is add-ons, extended warranties, paint protection, fabric protection, gap coverage rolled into the loan. Individually, they don't sound expensive, but when you finance them, you're paying interest on things you might never use. Another trap is emotional buying. Cars feel like progress, especially when life feels heavy. Dealerships are designed to make you feel like you're leveling up, but that feeling fades. The payment doesn't. Never buy a car the same day you test drive it. If it's still a good decision tomorrow, it will still be there. Another huge trap is rolling old debt into a new loan. That's how people stay stuck for years. If you owe more than your car is worth and roll that balance into a new loan, you're starting behind before you even drive off the lot. Now let's talk about what to actually do. Before you step foot in a dealership, decide the total price you're willing to pay, not the payment. The total. If a dealer won't talk total price, that's your cue to walk. Keep loan terms as short as possible. If you can't afford it on a shorter loan, the car is too expensive right now. That doesn't mean forever. It just means not yet. Shop for financing before you shop for a car. When you walk in with your own approval, you have power. Buy reliability, not image. A car is a tool, not a reward. Your car should support your life, not suffocate it. Here's a question I want you to sit with. If my car disappeared tomorrow, would my finances collapse? If the answer is yes, the car is too expensive. And if you're already in the trap, you're not bad with money. You just weren't taught how this system works. You can refinance. You can pay extra toward principal when possible. You can downsize. You can stop upgrading. Progress beats perfection every single time. This video isn't about fear. It's about awareness. Because once you see the trap, it loses its power. If this video helped you, share it with someone who's car shopping right now. One conversation like this can save someone years of stress. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.